Coming up on News Live at 6, it's debate night. We'll tell you the details on the Student Association debate taking place right here on CitrusTV News coming up.
Plus, the Newhouse School apologizing for an email mistakenly sent earlier this week, what the Dean's Office is saying to students.
And updates from the crime scene where police say a man is in critical condition. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
In just under an hour, Citrus TV will be hosting the annual Student Association debate. Hello and welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
And I'm Luke Welch in for Isabella Galan. Our Ronnie Perillo will be moderating the event tonight at 7:30 and is live at the National Veterans Resource Center. Ronnie, what can we expect for this town hall style event?
Hey, Luke and Cora. Yeah, we're here at the NVRC where tonight at 7:30 p.m. right here on Citrus TV News, we'll be hosting the Student Association debate. Now, that'll be hosted by the very talented, if you haven't gotten to know him, you really should, Peter Elliott, alongside myself. We'll be asking the candidates questions. Now, two of them are returning to the stage, trying to get their second term, and we'll have one new face. So we'll go through quickly who are these people who will be taking the stage here at the NVRC tonight. As you know, SA oversees over 250 clubs here on the Syracuse University campus, as well as a multi-million-dollar budget. That's all managed by a comptroller, and that is Alexis Leach. She'll be running for comptroller again for a second term. She's been in the position for 1 year. She's been proposing changing the fiscal codes here at the university, so we'll be asking her about that, as well as directing some overflow funds to different clubs here on campus. Now, also running again for his second year in office is Herman Navalos. He's been president for the past year, and he has served as the class of 2026 representative on the Alumni Relations Board of Directors. We'll ask him about his biggest accomplishments and regrets in his first term in office. But you will see a new face aside the president tonight. It is Janine Faison. She's a junior who currently serves as the DEI chair on SA, and that's been in the news lately as the federal government has urged colleges to scale back those DEI programs. She's really put a lot of her efforts towards that, so we'll be asking her about that at both the future of SA and here at Syracuse University. So again, you want to tune in tonight at 7:30 right here at the NVRC for the 60-minute debate here on Citrus TV News. For now, live in the NVRC, Ronnie Perillo. I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Ronnie, thank you. Reminder on Citrus TV's YouTube or OTN, you can check out the debate tonight at 7:30. Well, earlier today, there was a major police presence at both Upstate University Hospital and on the south side of Syracuse from a police chase on foot. Well, that's where we find our Mike Lamort with the latest. Mike, what is SPD saying?
Hey Luke, as you can see, it's still an active crime scene where police tape is currently blocking off access to these streets to local residents. The Syracuse Police Department just sent Citrus TV News a press release. In that release, they're saying that the police responded to reports of shots fired in the area of Amherst Avenue. They responded to the scene around 1 in the afternoon. That once they arrived, the suspect had already fled on foot. Once they found the suspect, that's when police are saying he opened fire and shot himself. The important thing to note here in that release, the Syracuse Police Department is saying that no officers opened fire on the scene of the crime, and since then that the suspect has been brought and rushed to Upstate University Medical Hospital, where he's currently in critical condition. Cora?
Thank you so much, Mike. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Well, happening now, 2 Democratic mayoral candidates are holding a forum on campus. The Syracuse University Democrats are opening the floor to Deputy Mayor Sharon Owens and District Councilor Pat Hogan. Each candidate will have an opening speech followed by a question and answer session. The event is being held in the Hall of Languages, room 207, and is open to all. The Newhouse School of Public Communications is apologizing after an email was mistakenly sent to broadcast journalism majors. Our Roman Verna is in studio to tell us more. Roman?
Thanks, guys. On Tuesday of this week, students in the broadcast journalism program at Newhouse received an email from their department's listserv. Upon opening, the message claimed to be from the Syracuse chapter of Faculty and Staff for Justice in Palestine. The email contained paragraphs of text highlighting recent developments in the war and how they are affecting students across the nation. Also included was hyperlinks embedded within the text, linking to pro-Palestinian opinion columns, news articles, and resources for students looking to protest. The email ended by calling upon university administration to end any disciplinary actions against students, delete alleged surveillance data on those involved in protests, and provide free legal counsel to international and undocumented students, among many more points. They also include an invite to a public forum about the war and the U.S. political climate. And new today, Newhouse Dean Mark Lodato responding to the message, saying it was a, quote, error to students. In his email to broadcast journalism majors this morning, the dean clarified that university listservs are only to be used for school-related news and events, and is a violation of policy to promote content that is contrary to SCU's nonprofit status. Now, although we don't know how this mistake occurred, Lodato took responsibility, saying, quote, as dean, this lapse in judgment and violation of our protocols is ultimately my responsibility. In the past 24 hours, I have met with all involved to ensure the appropriate action is taken to prevent a similar incident in the future, end quote. Now, the dean's office has not responded to Citrus TV's request for comment at this time, and we'll keep you updated if any new details emerge. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Roman, for that developing story. Well, today is also Syracuse Giving Day. There are many on-campus events throughout the day to get donations to support the university and its student organizations. There are giveaways and games in the Shine Student Center with a broadcast full of check-ins on the leaderboard throughout the night. Syracuse's goal is to reach $6,600 in 24 hours. They were able to reach over $1 million in 16 hours.
Feel free to donate to Citrus TV at that QR code there. Well, Syracuse University purchased more property on Marshall Street at the beginning of the month. Our Lucy Schaefer spoke with business owners about their thoughts on the change.
Marshall Street is no stranger to Syracuse University students, with restaurants and shops such as Manny's Clothing Store, Lucy Blue Bar, and the Mediterranean Combo Restaurant that earlier.
We apologize for those technical difficulties. Well, moving on, the United Football League and Syracuse University have entered an agreement for the sports analytics program. It will provide students with access to professional football careers while offering data collection and analysis to the UFL. This is the first time an American university has worked with a spring football league. It has already created opportunity for 7 Syracuse students, with more to be added on later. And the New York State Thruway Authority and Department of Transportation are looking to make one program permanent. The Automatic Work Zone Speed Enforcement Pilot Program was signed into law in September of 2021 and aims to make highways safer by slowing drivers in work zones. State transportation leaders are looking to make it permanent via the state budget. The program has already cited over 140,000 violations, and if made permanent, assaulting highway workers would become a Class D felony. Well, from the road to the sky, it's honestly been a better day than I expected when I saw those temperatures. With the sun out, it's feeling a little bit warmer, you know?
No, it really hasn't. I was at Giving Day for the majority of the morning, and it was just beautiful. I went on that golf cart.
I was going to say.
It was very exciting. I didn't really travel around like I know our Alana Epstein did, but it's just really an amazing day to go out and chill on the promenade.
Yeah, the wind has been calming down, making it a whole lot warmer than it seems to be. But you know who has more on that is our Spencer Congel, who has the latest with the weather. Hey, Spencer.
Hey Luke, yeah, today was a pretty nice day. Very sunny outside when I was walking to class this morning. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. Now there's a little bit more, but still a very beautiful day and definitely a little bit warmer that we've been seeing from the rest of the week. As we move later into tonight, things are going to cool down a little bit. We're going to see a low of 33 degrees overnight, and there is a 30% chance of precipitation before midnight, so we may be seeing that. That may be a little bit of foreshadowing for what we're going to be seeing over these next few days here in Syracuse. I'll have more on that later. Until then, Luke.
Spencer, thank you. Well, Syracuse lawyer Gina Glover is suing landlord Mark Skudzinski for assaulting her in a Cortland courthouse. Skudzinski is being charged with third-degree assault after allegedly punching her in the chest, causing her to fall, and then continuing to punch her in the chest and face. She suffered pain in her head and chest and had damages to her glasses and coat. The landlord's attorney claims that she was also partially responsible as she provoked the situation. There is no court date scheduled yet for the civil case, as the criminal proceedings are still happening.
A man is facing multiple charges following a dispute over a utility bill Tuesday night. Police say they arrested an Elbridge man after he threatened a victim with a shotgun and locked himself inside a home. He did not respond to troopers for 5 hours but left his home around 3 a.m. when he was arrested. The man now faces charges of second-degree menacing and fourth-degree criminal possession of a weapon.
Governor Kathy Hochul and New York State are seeking a USDA disaster designation for multiple CNY counties after significant damage was caused to farms due to a harsh winter. Farms throughout the central New York area lost livestock and suffered damaged equipment due to the extreme winter. The declaration supports Oneida, Lewis, Herkimer, Oswego, and Madison counties and would allow affected farms to apply for emergency loans. Governor Hochul says there is an estimated $15 to $20 million in damages.
Coming up on News Live at 6, thousands of layoffs are underway at the Department of Health and Human Services. Find out which jobs are being targeted.
And the court hearing following the Signal group chat leak. Find out how the Trump administration is responding when your campus news leader returns.
Welcome to an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
You're watching CitrusTV News, live at 6 with Cora Mayer-Costa, Isabella Galan, and Spencer Congel. And now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. The Department of Health and Human Services announced today it is laying off 10,000 workers. The cuts are targeted towards administrative jobs like human resources and finance.
HHS is also reducing its number of offices from 28 to 15. Several existing departments will be combined into a new administration, with a new division focusing on chronic care and disease prevention.
Let's move to the latest in the shaping of President Donald Trump's cabinet. The president has officially pulled the nomination of upstate New York Representative Elise Stefanik for ambassador to the United Nations. Trump says his reason for excluding the rep of NY's 21st district, the House's tight party margins.
Republicans currently hold the majority over Democrats, 220 to 215. Trump posted to Truth Social saying today, quote, "With a very tight majority, I don't want to take a chance on anyone else running for Elise's seat. The people love Elise, and with her, we have nothing to worry about come Election Day."
Well, new on the Trump administration Signal group chat scandal, a federal judge is ordering the administration agencies to preserve messages sent in the chat from March 11th to the 15th. Department secretaries and intelligence chiefs are being accused by an advocacy group over the use of auto-delete features related to the case.
The judge on this case is James Boasberg, who is also overseeing another one of President Trump's cases. The D.C. District Court says this assignment of Boasberg to his second case involving the president is a coincidence.
Anti-fraud measures planned by the Social Security Administration are being pushed until April 14th. The policy was initially set to take effect on Monday.
Elon Musk is calling for the use of these anti-fraud measures to hunt down individuals who cannot verify their identities while applying for Social Security benefits online. Alternative processes will be developed for people applying for disability benefits or what the Department of Government Efficiency is calling extreme dire need situations.
And coming up on News Live at 6, April is almost here. I'll have what to expect in the month of April, as well as your full 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Here we have our 5-day forecast. As you can see, tomorrow is looking to be not too bad, partly cloudy. We do have some showers likely Friday evening. As we move into the weekend and into Monday, there's very likely going to be some rain throughout the week. Tuesday morning, there's a 30% chance of some rain, but hopefully we'll be clearing up next week. Luckily, it will be pretty warm over the weekend, so we're not going to see some ice cold freezing rain, but it is rain nonetheless, so unfortunately not a beautiful warm weekend that we have coming up. Speaking of beautiful and warm, April is almost here in Syracuse. I've got the temperatures from last April. So we had a high of 77 degrees last April and a low of 28, which is nice because the low in March last year was about 0 degrees. So we're definitely getting up there in terms of we're not going to see anything too chilly. There's an average temperature of 50 degrees throughout the month. So, definitely looking forward to some nice warmer temperature in April. It is possible that we do see a little bit of snow in April. Hopefully we'll get lucky this year and we won't get any of that unlucky cold evenings with some precipitation. It's kind of just a game of chance. So we'll see what happens. Luckily, April is usually pretty sunny and pretty nice here in Syracuse. So only time will tell what's in store for us in the last month of school here at Syracuse. But until then, Luke?
One can only hope for a warm April, but they say April showers bring May flowers. So
True that.
We'll see. Well, the Petite Branch Library is hosting Focus on the Feminine, a women's art history exhibit from March 24th until the 31st.
Our reporter Colleen Nakuda spoke with artists on how their work is highlighting women everywhere.
This March, in honor of Women's History Month, the Petite Branch Library presents Focus on the Feminine, a special exhibition celebrating women in art. From March 24th to the 31st, visitors can explore two-dimensional art made by both men and women that includes drawings, paintings, printmaking, photography, and sculptures, all focused on honoring women. Here at Petite Branch Library, Simca Glassman, the Adult Services Librarian, says that this library is open and free to the public, and she looks forward to seeing visitors come to the Women's History exhibit up until March 31st.
Because women for a long time have just been seen as caretakers or people who are at home, and not doing too much. And so I think it's really great when we can highlight local women in our community and show, hey, women are just not caretakers anymore. Like, they're artists, they're doing different things.
While the library is simple and peaceful, the exhibition is a powerful showcase of the experiences, strength, and beauty of women through art.
Well, the nice thing about a public library is that it's very accessible to any type of artist, so you don't have to be a professional artist to show here, because we're very we're very lax.
Reporting from Syracuse, Colleen Nakuda, Citrus TV News.
Thank you, Colleen. Now, some restaurant chains across the nation are announcing a surcharge on a few menu items that might be concerning for your breakfast. This comes amid an egg shortage caused by the bird flu, which has been pushing the cost of eggs up.
I saw it over at Stella's Diner on the north side. Well, popular chains like Waffle House and Denny's have begun a 50-cent egg surcharge at their locations. Other chains like McDonald's and Cracker Barrel have offered some competition, saying they will not implement surcharges. You know what? I'm not surprised because of how the avian flu is impacting the price of eggs at grocery stores and things like that. But I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. I like my eggs in the morning.
Exactly. I know it's like people start their mornings out with a coffee. I start mine out with eggs, and now that I'm hearing this, it's gonna make me think twice about it.
Yeah. Well, another disappointing thing on my books is Syracuse men's basketball. But here to tell us a little bit more about the future of the team is Ryan Bridges. Hey, Ryan.
That's right, Luke. Coming up right after the break, we're going to have everything that Syracuse men's basketball is going after in the transfer portal. That and more after the break.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
This is what's considered downtime for most Syracuse men's basketball fans, but you could argue that this month right here is just as important as any for the Orange. Welcome on into sports. I'm Ryan Bridges. Now, college basketball's transfer portal opened on Monday, and although Syracuse retained J.J. Starling and Donnie Freeman, their two best players from last season, they only have about 7-8 players on the roster for next year. So how exactly are they going to fill that void? We've got a few clues about how this just might happen, and one of the players that they could get in the transfer portal that would certainly help them out is Quincy Ballard. Now, the 6'11 center grew up right here inside the Salt City and also is a familiar face. Syracuse did recruit him back in 2020. And if that feels like a long time ago, that's because Ballard will be playing his 6th and final year in college. The Wichita State product would fill a big need for Syracuse as a big man. He averaged 10 career highs with 10 boards and 9 rebounds last season and almost 2 blocks per game as well. He would add some much needed rim protection for Adrian Autry and crew. The next one that we're going to go to is one that might haunt Syracuse fans from last season because he lit up SU for 21 points. That's Jaleel Bethia out of Miami. The Orange offered him a scholarship back in January of 2023 before he eventually chose the Hurricanes. And that game that he had against Syracuse was a rare bright spot and a really up and down season for him. He only shot 36% from the field on the year, and you might have to move another guard that's on the roster to the point guard position because he only averaged 1 assist per game last season, so he's not much of a distributor. But those were two guys that Syracuse has past ties to,
But in the cycle that the Orange are currently in right now, they have reached out to formerly Amarion Dickerson from Robert Morris. The last time we saw him in action was in the NCAA tournament last week when he dropped 26 points on second seed Alabama. They eventually lost in the first round of the tournament, but much like Ballard, he really brings a defensive presence. Averaged 2 blocks per game and a steal per game last season. The junior would certainly fill a much needed role for SU. And Syracuse, with all those transfers that they're trying to get, they're trying to play basketball on days like this because the Sweet 16 of the men's tournament starts today. And Cooper Flagg and Duke will be in action at 9:30. That's the odds-on favorite to win the entire tournament, and they go up against Arizona later today.
Thank you, Ryan. Now, a lot of excitement around basketball, especially within the March Madness season. I was wondering, should Syracuse fans be hopeful for potentially a March Madness next season?
I think they should. I mean, they did keep their 2 best players from last year, and I mean, you mentioned a lot of fans are very disappointed, but at some point, you just have to take the positives in a season. That is a big positive, and they seem more prepared for the offseason compared to last.
Hopefully they can break the streak and we can see one for our senior year in the March Madness. But
Right.
Speaking of the tournament, who do you think is going to take it all?
I did pick Duke in my bracket. Now, I will say that they have a lot more competition than I originally thought they were going to see. All the 1 seeds have survived and only 1 2 seed has been knocked out. So it's been fairly a chalky tournament, which means a lot of the favorites have moved on so far, but we'll see.
Looking forward to seeing that. Thank you, Ryan. When we come back, your Wake Up Weather.
Welcome to Live from Studio B.
Welcome to another episode of Culturally and Technically Legal.
Previously on Survivor.
Welcome back to the Esports Juice Box, where we break down this week's esports news into digestible sizes for easy consumption.
When you wake up tomorrow, it'll be somewhere in the 30 degree to 40 degree range. It's going to be partly cloudy throughout the day, and it won't be quite as windy as it was today. So definitely not a bad morning tomorrow.
No, hopefully not, because foodies get excited. Nathan's hot dog eating champion, Joey Chestnut, is coming to town on Saturday for a wing eating competition.
The Syracuse Mets will be holding the contest after the game, and 3 lucky fans have the chance to compete. Whoever is able to eat the most wings in 3 minutes wins. You can head to the Syracuse Mets Instagram page for more on how to apply. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but I personally, eating competitions, I love my food, but like I don't want to be rushed when I'm eating it.
Yeah, now this event is happening on the 5th, which will be very exciting to see. I mean, I don't know, how many have you guys eaten in one sitting?
In one sitting? Well, I don't want to pay for that much. I feel like every single time I get 15 wings, it's like $25.
With the avian flu going on, like come on, the prices are probably higher
wings
now.
are expensive, that's for sure. I feel like maybe like 10 or so, but I'm never just having like wings.
I feel like if you have like an all-you-can-eat competition, you're getting more for your bargain. So I think this is a pretty good incentive.
True.
But
you have to be one of those 3 lucky people.
Yeah, I mean, what is your favorite wing flavor? This is very important.
I like buffalo, but I also like a classic like lemon pepper. I'm not a big spice guy.
Ooh.
I love lemon pepper.
Okay, I like the spicy ones personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the good old-fashioned like buffalo hot wings.
Okay,
With
solid.
ranch. I know people. This is a bit controversial.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Ranch. It's got to
Okay,
for me, it's
okay.
ranch.
Ranch?
I know,
Okay.
the sauce is enough.
I think buffalo again. Honestly.
Buffalo? Okay, I'm going to have to go
sauce,
with
huh?
ranch too. I'm a ranch girl.
Hey, there we go.
Spencer.
There we
There
go.
we go.
I know that's very controversial. All my friends are like, You gotta have blue cheese.
Listen, it's a fair opinion, but that's all for Citrus TV News Live at 6 for this Thursday night.
I'm Luke Welch.
And I'm Cora Mayer-Costa. Have a great night, Syracuse, and even better tomorrow.